This video is for, I was interested in going in Dan Lok's Hight Closer program and his Hight Copywriter program. Now, this isn't geared towards Dan Lok personally because he wasn't personally involved in this, but it's for the people that represent Dan Lok's brand and how they represent his brand. I originally approached one of the recruiters for the Hight Closer program, and I talked to the person to quite extent and was interested in it, and then some things came up where I decided not to go with the program. Later on, I found out about the Copywriter program and said, hey, I'm interested in that one more. I talked to the recruiter about that and was figuring out ways to come up with the money to do it. My final solution was, hey, I'm going to take some money out of my retirement account. So I let the recruiter know about that, and I found out from my retirement account the requirements of what they needed in order to be able to do this. I went to the recruiter and told them that, and the recruiter said, well, I don't know if we can really do that. He referred me to the website to sign up, and I said, I don't think that's going to be quite enough. And so he said, well, let me talk to support and see what we can do. So he gave me the email to support and said, email them and see what they can do. So I said, okay, no problem. I emailed this to support, which I said to them, I'm trying to get funds for my retirement from my retirement account, and I need an itemized bill. I need the student name, which would be my name, Drew, on there, and the amount for what it needed to be. And I sent this email off to them, basically stating the criteria of what I needed. And I thought, okay, maybe that will help get me where I need to go. So I waited for an email back. The email went out to the recruiter and to support. So I get an email back from support that says, Drew, thank you for reaching out. Here's the details, including the cost and the Hight Ticket program certifications. What is it? The links to the websites to sign up. Now, that's great if I had the money to sign up, but I don't have the money yet. If I submit that to the people that are taking care of my retirement account, that's not going to be accepted. Anybody can make a landing page. I need more information, which is a itemized bill or invoice with the tuition. Giving them a web page to sign up isn't going to cut it. But this is what they sent me. I'm like, okay, I thought I was pretty clear with what was there. And I said, well, let me make a copy of what the requirements are. So I sent a copy of that submit of what my retirement needed back to them, basically giving them this and highlighting and pointing out what is needed. And I thought, okay, that's pretty clear. So I figured that they would have a document or something that could assist with me in doing so, because I'm getting ready to spend over $5,000 for 2 different programs and continuing forward. Well, the response I get back is, hi Drew, do you have any further questions about this? That isn't a response. They didn't address what I needed. A link to a website to sign up isn't going to cut it for my retirement plan holder to give me money of $5,000+ to join Dan Lok's Hight Ticket Closer program and his Hight Ticket Copyright program. Needless to say, I'm a little upset. And I say to myself, wait a minute. We've got a Hight Ticket Closer program. We got a Hight Ticket copyright program. Can't someone there make something up? Dan Lok says in his videos that he can do a copyright for an email, whatever, in 10 minutes or less. If they don't have the document, can't somebody make it so that I can submit something to my retirement plan to get the money from my retirement plan? Needless to say, I was a little ashamed, a little upset. So, deciding to work on my copywriting skills, I decided to make up my own little letter, which was basically this. I didn't have all the information that I needed, and I also felt a little someone wasn't doing their job. Support could have made something. The recruiter for the copyright program could have also made something. So I went back to the person that I originally talked to for the high-end closer program and said, hey, here's what I made. Can you make changes to this to include a phone number, a logo for Dan's education program onto it would be great as well, and send it back to me so that I can submit it to my retirement account holder along with those sign-up web pages, and maybe they'll approve it from there. I haven't received a response, but I put in the email that I was pretty ashamed because I'm looking at spending $5,000 plus, not $5. But I'm pretty ashamed because nobody really took the time to take care of me. Now, as a potential customer, having to create my own document, most customers would have walked away and said, forget you. I'm sorry, Dan, but your team failed. They're supposed to take care of the customer. They're not taking care of the customer. If they had any questions, somebody could have picked up the phone and said, hey, Drew, what is it we need to get you into this program? I know that you're not involved in this personally, but these people are representing your brand. Now, I've looked at other closing programs. I've looked at other copywriting programs, and every single one of them said, yeah, sure, we will take you a student. We will take your money. We will help you get that money. But as soon as I told them, I'm interested in Dan Lok's program, they got silent and hung up the phone. Now, here I am, I'm trying to get into Dan Lok's program, and I shouldn't be experiencing this. So my question to you, Dan, if you ever watch this, which I doubt will happen, if you ever respond to this personally, which I doubt will happen, what are you going to do about this? This is not what a Hight Ticket Closer would do. This is not what a Hight Ticket Copywriter would do. Now, I had to make my own document. I don't have all the information to complete it, but if I submit it to my retirement, the people that control my retirement plan, they're not going to approve it. There's a saying, if you don't take care of your customer, somebody else will. If your people don't want to take care of me, who I'm the customer, then I will go to somebody else who will. I won't have that Dan Lok certification for what I want to do, but I'll have it from someplace else. But I really want the Dan Lok. But I don't feel that I've been serviced as a customer or as a prospective student for your programs. You say to the objections on your videos of how do you object to someone who isn't willing to buy, and the excuses that the customer's lying, etc., etc. Here I am, I'm trying to spend my money with you. But your people that represent your brand for your education aren't doing their job, aren't doing what they can to say, hey, What can we do to make this work? What is it that you need from us to close this deal? I'm ready to close this deal. I'm even telling you what it is I need to close this deal. Again, I'm looking to spend $5,000+ with you in your education, not $5. Mind you, it's not in your mind, not a whole lot of money. To me, it is a whole lot of money. I don't have $5,000 just sitting in my pocket. I have to go get it from my retirement account to try to do this. This is a lot of money for me. I'm hoping that the investment in me is going to get me that money back in the long run. I'm not going to get it back tomorrow. I might not get it back the next day, but it's an investment in me that I want to do. But your team obviously isn't really interested in wanting to, from what I can feel or tell, take care of me, the customer. So my question to you, Dan Lok, is what are you going to do if you see this video about this? I'm pretty sure your competition, your competitors, if they see this, will say, hey, Drew, we're more than willing to assist you and take your money and get you the guidance that you need. So Dan, let's see what you're going to do. I would like to see what you're going to do. Thank you.